Hello everybody, we're new to this, so go easy on us. I'm Paul, this is Aaron. Got married 2 months ago tomorrow. So the day after our 2-month anniversary, we're moving to New Zealand. Got our passports, we're packed, we're ready to go. So the process of moving to New Zealand is actually not easy. I am a permanent resident because my ex-wife was from there and she had sponsored me while we were still together. Unfortunately, that relationship didn't work. I'm not going to say anything rude or bad about her. We'll just say it didn't work the way we hoped it would. First of all, you can't move to New Zealand without either a skill that they need or to be sponsored by your partner who is either a citizen or a permanent resident. So we've had a process to go through because I am a permanent resident. She's never been there.
However, I am lucky that I am an EMT, so with that being a skill that's needed not only here in the States, but around the world in healthcare.
Right, and she'll be making a lot more money doing it there than she did here. But no matter where you are in the world, healthcare professionals are underpaid. Point blank and simple. CEOs do not deserve the amount of money that they get. Our nurses, our emergency first responders, and everybody else deserve higher pay. Insurance companies, partly your fault. Now, when we began the process, had to get our passports. I had to get a new one because my old one was stolen. And now when we get there, I have to go to immigration and get a new sticker put in stating that I am a permanent resident so I can go to work. She needs to fill out all the paperwork, start from scratch. So she's not going to be working for a little while. Her job is going to be editing these videos.
Doing paperwork.
Yes. And just keeping my dumbass on track. So, what was the process like for you, honey?
Exciting, stressful. I made it out to be a bigger deal than it really was. Doing the passport wasn't as horrible as I was thinking.
And they're not expensive. Everybody should get your passport. It's great as an extra identification. And also, if your wallet ever gets stolen, you can use your passport as identification, not for driving, but for everything else that you need ID for. So you can still go out with your friends, you can still do other things. So just get a passport. It's so simple. Now, I will say, if you are behind on your child support, if you owe restitution or any civic or criminal type problems, don't even bother. If you have a felony, not many countries are going to let you in. So think about what you're doing, because if you do something stupid, it will affect you later on in this. It's like New Zealand. When Bone Thugs and Harmony wanted to come perform over there, Busy was not allowed in because of his felonies. So just something to keep in mind as well if you're ever looking at going anywhere outside of the United States. What was the process getting the house ready to go?
Well, I've lived here for 7 years, so trying to pack up, move everything, deciding what can go right away, what needs to stay, what needs to be sold. It's a process. Not gonna lie, it's been stressful, but at the same point in time, it made me realize what really truly is important to me. The memories that I hold versus tangible items. Sometimes I'd rather just have the memory than the tangible item.
So one of the things we're planning on doing throughout our travels is we're going to look for little pins that we can collect from the different places we go. Because once we build our house over there, we're going to put big maps up on the wall and put those pins in. And then that way it's our wall of memories. And by looking at those pins, that will help remind us of the memories we made in that place.
Right.
Plus the videos that we're going to make for all of you.
So, but, I mean, the process hasn't been too horrible.
Not so much for me, but I've got a bum knee right now because I had an injury back in March, and I'm just starting to get close to normal. I still have a hard time going downstairs, squatting, and kneeling. So, unfortunately, the lion's share of work has been on Aaron, and you know what? I really do appreciate you for all your hard work and being understanding of my limitations
Okay.
physically between my back injury, my shoulder injury, my wrist injury, and my knee injury now. I'm broken. That's why I had to go to school, because time to use the brain, because this just can't hack it anymore. 20 years of building roads will destroy your body. But I love doing what I did. I helped rebuild Christchurch after earthquakes. So, now when we went to get the tickets, you're going to see on TV all these websites that are supposedly going to get you cheap tickets. No. They're full of baloney. That's all, folks. Now, we went to AAA in Ashtabula, Ohio, because they were the only ones that had a travel agent that day. Great guy. Can't remember his name, but he's a really cool gentleman, older guy. He got us our tickets for almost half what we were looking at ourselves. So, which really helped, because we're also looking at this, the beginning of the trip, as our honeymoon. And we're hoping to do a few days around the North Island, and do videos at all the different places, including Hobbiton for all of you Lord of the Rings fans. I love all the Lord of the Rings sites, and there will be many videos in the different Lord of the Rings sites, as well as Narnia. And for a few of you older people like myself, you might remember a movie called The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox. It's a Peter Jackson movie that was filmed in Littleton, which is part of Christchurch, where we're going to be living. And I can take you to places from that movie as well. So it'll be really fun, because I get to show them to her and relive the experience of the first time being there through her. So basically, what we plan on doing for the channel is between now and when we get there, because we're leaving Friday morning, Eastern Standard Time. We're going from Cleveland to Chicago, Vegas, Honolulu, to Auckland, New Zealand. A mate of mine is going to pick us up in Auckland. We're going to crash at his place for the night. Then we're buying a camper van, and we're going to be van people for about a year, while we save up money to buy land and build a house. Now, we're going to do videos at each stop. We're going to do a video Friday morning before we leave. We're going to do one at each airport. Unfortunately, because of costs, we're not leaving the airport. In Honolulu alone, even though we're going to have an 8-hour layover, it's $150 round trip to go anywhere in a cab. So we'll be in Honolulu, we'll be in Hawaii, we will see Hawaii, but we're not going to be outside the building. Plus, it's going to be bloody hot, and I prefer air conditioning, excuse me. But then once we're over there in the camper van and everything, our plan is to every morning when we get up, which is 16 hours ahead of here, we're going to do a morning hello, look at the beach or the beautiful place that we've woken up next to, and then tell you all our plans for the day and the videos that you'll have to look forward to. The videos you have to look forward to, hopefully you guys will like. Like I said, we're still new at this with editing and everything, but we're going to get better and, hopefully make it better and better for you guys all the time. But I'm going to promise you this, no video, no picture will ever do New Zealand justice. It is just so amazing. It really is paradise. And Christmas time, when y'all are going to be buried under snow, we're going to be sitting back, drinking ice cold drinks on the beach. Anything else you'd like to say, baby?
No, I think that's it.
Well, what are you feeling? We're basically a day out now.
Excited, nervous. There's just a lot going on.
Well, what are you excited about?
Getting there. Finally getting to meet all these people that I hear about, seeing all these things that I constantly hear about, and being able to see it for myself.
What are you nervous about?
The long flights.
Is that...
And not knowing anybody. I mean, I come from a very close-knit group. From here, we're a small town. I'm leaving everybody I know to basically entrust you with everything.
I was the same way 12 years ago, almost 12 years ago to the day. It was October of 2010 that I first went over there. And the only person I knew was my ex-wife. The only person I knew. Now, one thing that she didn't do that I'm going to do is she didn't encourage me to develop my own friends network and stuff like that. I want her to find her own group, find her own place in New Zealand apart from me, because I don't want her to be so, oh my God. But, I want her to find her own ways to enjoy it and her own ways to just become a Kiwi.
That's my plan.
Because my butt ain't never coming back. She'll come back for visits. You'll never see this behind in America ever again. Sorry, Charlie, no tuna tonight. Well, I guess that's it for our first ever video. Please subscribe so that you like and subscribe, share it with people so that, people can see a firsthand novice. This is nothing polished and, finished. This is novice, pure, real New Zealand. And that's what we want to bring you, is just showing you just how amazing this place is and why I've been talking about it nonstop for 5.5 years. And how bad I want to get the heck back there. So, thank you very much. See you in a couple days.